Welcome to Honest Whisper's first transformation and review. On this video, I'll be transforming for the first time and reviewing Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Scavenger. He's part of the box set that was released by Hasbro back in August 1st, 2015. And he is a power shovel, which for me, one of my favorite I guess construction vehicles. Definitely cool here how he has an actually pretty much an operating shovel here. Pretty much he has two joints at the one base and one in the middle. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a joint. It's just one molded piece right here. But other than that, I do like how he has the purple tracks. The color scheme's very accurate with the G1 toys and the cartoon. As far as this being a Voyager class like all of the others, it is definitely big and sturdy. As far as the quality and details, it's definitely on par with all the other classes, like whether it be Deluxe, Voyager, or even Leader class. But definitely the quality doesn't match up with a Masterpiece for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go over a few flaws here. Certain areas doesn't fit completely straight. Right here, it's just slight. So you could see that the right side is a little bit more straight, while the left side, it just has this, I could kind of push it in a little bit. And on top of that, right here, it doesn't fully go down. And then of course, if I mess with it, it'll always kind of pop up like that. It just, this tab right here just doesn't line up perfectly. So kind of hits it, so I have to kind of just has that slight tilt. So the best I can do is just this is pretty much the best I can do. So I don't know if they're all like that or if just some of them are like that. And then of course the tracks right here, it's just a matter of the way it pivots. It does have wheels on the bottom, but only two sets of wheels. Well, I guess it does have a roller here, so it does roll. But not all seam lines are perfect. This one's pretty good on this side. As you see how this already popped up. And then on this side, the right side, it doesn't fully go in there, and that's why the right tracks tend to kind of droop down a little bit. So as far as the vehicle goes, I mean, I like the design, overall look and everything, very accurate looking, but when it comes to execution and the quality, it's just not as good on the vehicle mode as I would have expected. So Scavenger, he's kind of in the middle. He is the most steps. There's basically 17 steps here. So let me see how it goes, because this one starts off like this, and then it says it's supposed to twist this. It's supposed to lift or twist. Well, there's no... Okay, so there is this joint, so this thing does twist. And then two, which unfortunately it's in the middle, the center fold right there, going down, so it does line up, kind of goes down and then up and down, I guess to make the space. Two, it basically just looks like I'm supposed to separate the tracks right here. It's pretty easy, nice and soft. Let me see if I can set this so that gravity will keep it holding. And then right here, I do see like a major joint, so I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can pop this out. I don't know where it separates. Perhaps it's right here that it pops out. I don't know if it unhooks or something. Okay, let me put a little pressure on this. No, that doesn't. Oh, I guess it's just the tracks. They should have nothing locked in. Yeah, some of these instructions, just the way they draw simple arrows, just makes it hard and confusing. See, I like how that fits in pretty nice, sturdy, very stable. And this one goes back out. Now right here, it has this weird drawing where I guess the whole arm's supposed to lift out, separate and lift out. That doesn't make sense because I just put it there. Okay, so it's this part of the arm, which they should have been a little bit, because when they showed the after, just the purple highlighted, it makes it look like the whole thing is supposed to lift up. So that's starting to look cool right there. And the fists, that's pretty easy. See if there's a tab or something yet. There's like, that's pretty tough. So again, I don't like how they left it hollow like this. That's pretty weak. They could have easily made like a little cover here where you open up the cover, take out the fist, then close the cover. I mean, it's a Voyager class. It should at least have that. And this guy does have elbow joints, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so let me go back here. It looks like this one's supposed to split out, which is R and ball joints. And this one, it's kind of right in the middle of the centerfold here. So let me see if I could. It's just flip out the legs basically. So it was like this, split it, and then going backwards like this, and then I guess this thing folds up like that. Okay, that's cool. And then now they fold the legs forward. Something's supposed to pull out here, legs pulling out. And then what's next? The feet. It's like the feet splits open. They got two arrows going in opposite directions. You can't see the joints here. Let me see if see, this is where, since I don't know how it moves, am I supposed to split this? Okay, it's not that I'm supposed to split, but let me see where it connects. Well, I felt like I broke something, but that's just part of There's nothing to break there, so it's just the joints. It's pretty stiff. That looks cool for his feet. And I guess you can't really, it's hard to see that in that angle. I'm just going to fold it back down. Let's see. So from feet, I just show it to the camera. That folded down. Or at least they're telling me to fold this down. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, I gotta go back. Sorry, guys. Because he was in a sitting position. And that's why when they say it's just the legs that go back down. I don't see why they even have to do that. I could have put the legs down and did the feet without even moving the legs back up. Okay. So 14 to 15. Now it has the legs going down this way. No, I guess... What? Okay, I hate how the arrows... Ooh, he's pretty stable on his legs. See, from here, nothing changes, and then the stupid arrows just kind of go down. I mean, long haul earlier, there was that stupid thing right here, which I thought it was like rotating, but all it does is just split the leg apart a little bit. Went back and tried it, which worked. That's from the front too. I don't see how that... I see. I might have missed a step here. Or not. See, I don't see why there's a gap here. So apparently, I think I'm supposed to rotate this some way. Okay, so looks like the feet, legs go like this. No, I already did this before, so I guess there's another, this part splits up, so that's the problem I had. Which they showed on number 11. Okay, so the legs moving forward, I had to move the pelvis forward right there. So that's why I felt like that was an unnecessary step. But now, definitely looking at it, was a necessary step. So everything looks a little bit better, and now I'm able to split his legs upwards like this, which, no, I'm sorry, or bring his leg down, and then there it goes, it snaps in. So that was step 15. So finally, bring the chest down, and we bring out his head. Uh-oh. It's pretty tight here. Ooh, very tight. Almost felt like I'm breaking it. Okay. Wow, his face is so blocky. I didn't realize. Let me see if it locks in. His belly kind of There it is. Nice snap in right there. Was a gap and he was kind of leaning forward. Now everything's straight. Let's see if the leg, yep, there's a little snap right there. This one's already snapped in. Okay. So now his leg won't continuously sink in. Everything is pretty stiff, nice. Let me see if the ball joint right here just makes it look a little weak the way it's connected like that. Let me see if the crane is supposed to fold. What? That's not it either. How come it? Oh. I don't get it. I mean, that makes sense. But I don't see why I was supposed to turn. I guess I did that wrong at the earlier step. Well, as a robot, he looks pretty cool. Now he's very blocky and flat. His head's kind of weak. I don't like how his head's. Yeah, this is the furthest I could tilt his head back, so he always has this kind of a looking downward. Everything's very square. Pretty much good movements. Now, I know this is his design, but I never liked his color scheme as a robot, just because it looks like he's wearing purple pants. Now, as far as the design, the toy execution goes in the robot mode, I like it overall. It's pretty cartoon accurate, especially when you watch the newly designed Combiner Wars compared to the G1, which is still very resemblant, you know. I mean, it's very accurate and looks pretty much like the original G1 as well. As an arm, I guess he's supposed to have this as one of his weapons. Now, I honestly don't know how this is supposed to fit. There is a thing here where he could grab it, I believe. Let me see if it fits. Nope, it doesn't even fit. And obviously, fist wouldn't close like that. Now you could open his hands and put it down, but that's not gonna do anything here either. Now I'm seeing a couple holes here. I don't know if that means anything. Let me see if I can find something that might fit into that. Of course, again, this is supposed to be in a closed. Ah, there it is. I see a little. Okay, so if that's the way, I guess we tilt it like this. That makes no sense. Because see, the thing is, the thumb gets in the way and you can't. Can you close it? Let me see. Nope, the thumb does not get in the way, but this thing does. Kind of. Oh, no, there it is. It snaps in. So you guess you have to rotate that thing out. Now you have something to grab onto. Now this has a nicer, tighter fit. So there it is. He has this gun. Very heavy, so his elbow joint's not gonna hold it up. Watch, once I let go. His shoulder's kind of stiff enough to hold up, but yeah, these weapons aren't meant to be their personal weapons. But either way, at least it's something, and they turned nothing out of something by using these little excessive parts that's needed for Devastator. Robot mode looks cool so far, compared to, at least with Hook, where I hated how he didn't really have balance. His feet was very unstable, and he was so back heavy that you needed his hook to pretty much keep standing. And then of course I really didn't like Longhaw's arms. I mean, even if it didn't have proper bending elbow joints, I mean, just the way it just looked so, I don't know, awkward looking. So this one, as far as the robot mode, one of the best yet. And of course, I already talked about, like, all of the arms so far always has something hollow or empty looking like this. So it's a bit one-sided. Other than that, very cool. So let me see if I could get this out and see if I could remember without using the instructions, because I have to transform to, I guess, phase 2, if you want to call it, Devastator mode, from the vehicle mode, at least from what the, let me set this down just to kind of show you where we're at as far as Scavenger goes. So Scavenger, at least he's not on the middle centerfold now, so again, I have to go back to the vehicle mode. Maybe it was too premature to change this already, but usually when I transform it once, well, I could do all the easy stuff first. Because I remember this thing goes back down. Should I do the legs first? I want to do... this one folds down. And then now I could bring the arms down. I always end up doing that last. Okay, should I close this first? Is this supposed to rotate? There it is. And from here, okay, I think I did that wrong. There it is, snapped in. This is what happens when you don't use the instructions and go reverse. Let me just see where we need to do with the waist, because this thing goes... Oh, I see. That's the step I missed. The arms, folding the arms up. That's why the tracks kept getting in the way. Now let me align the. Okay, so this one. Now I just bring that in. Doesn't snap. And then there's the tabs here. And then, you know what? It's hard to align that tab right there. Oh, it's so wobbly now. Okay, let me straighten that out. I'm trying to. This is getting in the way. I don't get why this thing. Okay, so it has a ball joint. That's why it wasn't lining up. Then the inner tab. If I could get that in, geez, doesn't even fit right. Let me pull this out. Okay, it's gotta be the way. Okay, see how this wobbles up and down? This thing is straight out stiff. Okay, so that's why it got locked in there. Okay, so there it is. That was the issue. This was perfectly up in there. I had to kind of tilt it down. I do apologize for taking a little long right there. And this one continues to fall out. Or it won't slide in there. Let me get the top, bottom, there. Now it's all stiff. And here's the issue again, where it just won't fully stay down. Always has that gap. So once I fit this in, although I think I'm supposed to split the legs anyways. So we have the starting point like this. And then I'm looking at the robot mode again. So this has the same thing as that other thing, where it's supposed to turn, but I guess it's supposed to. But then when you look at the later picture, it's right back the way it's. I don't know. I don't see the necessary, the actual reasoning for step number one. Now this one splits out, and then I guess from the front, there's this middle part that. How does that rotate out? I see joints here, but okay, there it is. It's kind of double jointed. So I have to have faith in that. And I guess this is supposed to rotate just halfway. Well, it is his arm, so. And from the picture, it looks like this. This end. So that's his elbow joint probably. Very cool. I guess this one's supposed to stay like that, but man, this thing's always gonna flip out or flip, you know, to the side. It's gonna be so annoying. And again, it doesn't just have that nice perfect fit on this right. Well, I guess his left side, but my right side. Well, still, it looks cool. If that's supposed to be the Devastator's arm. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Continue reading the King James Version Bible and eat your vitamin C's.